All right, what's going on, everybody? So, oh, pardon me. Tonight we've got something fun in mind. We are going to be doing some Halo: The Master Chief Collection multiplayer. I was talking about this a bit last time I was streaming, and I decided to look into finding a way to, not have voice chat going so that I don't have anyone saying anything that you would, you know, get me in trouble with not just Twitch but also YouTube, because I've been starting to upload VODs to YouTube of the streams that I do because I'm so original and I'm ripping off Simple Flips, Joel, Vinny, you name it. Anyways, so tonight we're going to be doing some Halo: The Master Chief Collection, and let me just go ahead and get set up. Let me turn display capture off because we're not doing Fall Guys anymore. We don't need to have it set to display capture. And I've also got some good old-fashioned fighting game music set up for tonight. Oh. Almost forgot to turn my light on so that y'all can see my pretty face. Anyways, so how is everybody doing today? I had another dream that I chronicled in my dream journal, and this time it was not an apocalypse dream per se, but a what's the word I'm looking for here? You joke, protege, but what was it? We were actually joking on Twan's Discord about how what's the word I'm looking for here? Oh, right, I remember. Twan was playing Them's Fightin' Herds, and so we were all joking that Twan has gone to the quote-unquote dark side and is now a brony. Also, I'm just gonna, go into options here real quick, and there we go. Hopefully the music's not too loud. Oh, also, gonna unmute myself. So, how are you doing tonight, protege? I'm actually gonna lower the music volume just a tiny bit so that I can hear myself. Oh, we're doing Typhoon on Reach, nice. But, McD and I went shopping a whole bunch today because she's making scones for a work event. Hating this one adventure path. You say that and I just remember playing Big the Cat in Sonic Adventure Director's Cut. Alright. I'm gonna pick Armor Lock since we're doing heavies. Whoa. Oh, wait up! Bro! He just, like, completely ditched us. I'm sticking back and I'm gonna see him get shot up. Way of the Wicked, this mission just keeps getting harder and harder. Oh, damn. Also, do we have someone named Noble... Oh, Noble Spartan, so... A play on Noble 6. Bro, no! I can't believe he's dead. Oh no. Aw, man, I just got completely blasted there. But yeah, so McD and I went shopping today for a bunch of stuff because she's making scones for her work because everyone at her work hates the way that the world is right now, and so they're like, you know what? Let's make some scones and stuff and do like a little tea party. And so McD decided that she wanted to make the scones. Also, Big Coward using armor lock. Hey, Crescent Rolls. No, we're already making like a shit ton of different scones. Well, I say we, it's more she. I just kind of helped with the initial dough. What got me even? Also, we are 22-9. This is... I don't know if armor lock is all that I praised it to be right now. But yeah, so Pillsbury Crescent Rolls stuff with jams. See, she doesn't have any, and we're not going back to the store because we bought a bunch of stuff. Wow, I got close range sniped. I'm good at video games, but yeah, so she's making a bunch of scones, and then on Sunday we are going to the river because it's my aunt's birthday, and to celebrate we're just gonna go like lazy river floating. Oof. Jump right in front of the scope. Best idea. But yeah, so we've... Wow, I am really getting sniped by SD geckos. Yeah, no, we're not going back to the store because McD already spent a whole bunch, and we don't need to be, you know, spending all of her money. Also, how's the audio levels? I kind of finagled with them a bit. Readjusted and recalibrated some things. Added a compressor and a limiter to my mic to try and give it a nicer sound. Wow, I tried to read that and I got terribly just... Oop. Okay, good. And the music's like not too loud or not too quiet. I've actually been kind of thinking about it, and I might switch my notification sounds from being the stylish rankings of Devil May Cry 5 to something else. Because, I don't know, I feel like I could have something with a little more flair. Wow. Wow, I'm really good at games. Was that an armor lock teabag? I honestly couldn't tell you. But so far what I'm thinking of doing is finding maybe the Street Fighter Third Strike announcer and doing some of his voice lines. Oh man. But let's see, something else I was thinking about is I'm also thinking of redoing the notification icons as well, because I don't really use DTBot much anymore, so might be wise to switch off of him to maybe just a drawing slash short little gif of myself or something out. Man, SD Geckos, there's a reason he's top of the leaderboard. But recently with gaming, I finally gave up trying to like it, and I uninstalled Phantasy Star Online 2 because it was a game I had to like force myself to enjoy quite a bit. Because here's the thing, the combat is fun in PSO2 because it's like mindless. Excuse me. Also, oh no, I'm sorry. Oh, you dick! You just tried to blow me up. What a jerk. And that guy just completely missed me! Dang it. But Stock Monster avenged me. But I kind of gave up on trying to like Phantasy Star Online 2 because while the combat part of the gameplay, since it's an MMO, was fun, everything else was very much the opposite. The game was way too handholdy in the beginning, and with some of the later mechanics didn't tell you anything, it seemed. I could have just been blind to the tutorials, but that's how it seemed to me. And come the quests, it's always story quests being dialogue. And the worst part is that it's every Sega game plot, as Natchcat told me, where it's, oh hey, alien villain, do a big conquest. And I'm like, yeah, it really kind of is that, and all the story quests are dialogue basically, except for the select few where it's just you rematching the area boss, but with an AI controlled team. So you actually get some variety in your gameplay, and it's not fun in the slightest to me. Like, the way that I talked about it is Phantasy Star Zero, which was a Nintendo DS Phantasy Star title, was very fun because it was the bite-sized experience of Phantasy Star Online 2. And it was, you know, designed in a way to where it could easily be picked up and understood by near everybody, instead of have it be this confusing mess of, oh, what's this, what is this, that I felt with PSO2. Oh. Hi McD, how are you doing? How's the work going? I was just telling Protege about the many scones that you are going to be making and baking. But yeah, Phantasy Star Online 2 just is not my cup of tea, especially in a game that, you know, came out in 2012 in other regions of the world, and we're just now getting English localizations. It's not even worth trying to play catch up at this point, it seems, if every quest is just going to be, you know, back and forth dialogue with two options that just lead to the same outcome. Nothing is changed by either picking stay silent or stay snarky. It is like Fallout 4 writing, basically. And I cannot be bothered to care. Also, am I gonna be a dick? Yes, I am! Worth it. Oh well. I got 7 kills. But yeah, so Phantasy Star Online 2 is not a game that I can truly say I enjoyed. But I was actually playing Fall Guys the other day with McD and a friend of mine named Obi, and it was fun, but it also was starting to show the beta signs of its game, because we would keep losing one or the other person. So either McD would drop or Obi would drop, and it just made for this annoying moment of, can we get all 3 people in a room? Because like we managed it once. Otherwise, did not work. And it was honestly pretty frustrating. Oh, we're doing Halo 3 Sand Trap. But yeah, I'm still enjoying Fall Guys. I need to find some more time to play it, because the only other game I've played today besides Halo was Call of Terroth is back in Monster Hunter World, so went and did the Call of Terroth hunt a couple times, got a gold weapon or 2. Well, I say a gold weapon or 2, but the gold weapon's worth keeping is what I mean. The Kjar, I think. Ooh. I'm gonna drive us out of here. Oh no! Man. Whoa. I didn't even realize you could pilot that. I want in on this. Bro, we just have like armored death vehicle going on here. I didn't even realize you could pilot this. This is beautiful. Just do a little turret dance. Where's the enemy team? I don't see any of them. No, you don't. Stay off of that. Oh my god, are we... I can't shoot anything. At least not on this side. Holy shit, dude. Oh, he is gone. I think we've won this one already. We just have the most bullshit setup here. Bro, okay. Had the same idea. What if we just took and piloted both? Oh no, is someone locked onto us with missiles? They are, but it did nothing. Oh man, I got killed by Trail Player. Need to get back to the big old tank. Oh, that was butts. Bro, wait. Bro. This'll do. Man, I'm just confused as to how he managed to squeeze in there. Nice try, this one's ours. Oh my goodness. Ooh. Get got. Am I even gonna be able to get over this hill? No, I am not. It's time to... Yep. Time to turn it around. I do not know how to drive the elephant. This is all I am learning. Yep. Do not know how to pilot these things. But we have both of them right here. Oh, I see. Mr. Gravity Hammer. Ah, damn it. Thing is, though, if he tries to pilot it, he's in for a bad time, because it leaves him wide open. Gotcha! Got your gravity hammer. My gravity hammer. Wow, we kind of bullied them this game, 94 to 37. Damn it. He got anyway. Hey, we did it. Hey, I leveled up. So, one thing that I've been kind of thinking about is I haven't really been playing a whole lot of D&D with my Sunday groups because schedules have just been super wonky, and I'm almost like wondering when I'm gonna get to play them again. But I've been playing D&D on Wednesdays, except last Wednesday we didn't get to play because one of our players is in Iowa, and Iowa just got hit by not a hurricane, but it essentially was a hurricane in essentially everything but name. If it walks like a hurricane and causes a lot of damage like a hurricane, but it's not a hurricane, that's essentially what happened in Iowa. If I have no games and I want to play, I just go through the Roll20 lessons. See, that is the thing, but also I don't like grouping with randos, especially if, you know... Thing is, I'm already in some way or another involved in 3 games of D&D, so when does it become too much D&D is the question there, you know? Because if all I'm doing is playing D&D, then I've got no time to stream, I've got no time to hang out with and I'm still like job hunting and playing other games, so that's kind of where I stand, that I think 3 games, even if, you know, 1 or 2 of them is on hiatus, I don't want to, you know, be starting something that I can't commit to because I'm already doing something else that just isn't happening as frequently as I would like it to. That's selfish and irresponsible of me. See, that's the thing, is I don't get roleplay burnout because I'm an actor, so roleplay burnout for me is next to impossible, I feel like, because of that, because I'm just like, oh, I am just being an actor, playing my role. That's being overly dramatic about it, but that is like where my mind is at with playing D&D, is I don't get tired of it because it's the same thing as acting, but I'm also playing a game and having fun. It just takes a few bad sessions to cause burnout. That's true, and trust me, I've had experience with bad sessions of D&D. That's not new to me, but I'm also like one of those people where I like to play D&D with friends, because if you're doing it with friends, you're not as likely to have the things happen that cause a quote-unquote bad session. It's not entirely, you know, avoidable if everyone's friends, and I've had plenty of experience with that as well. But it makes it a lot harder to be angry and upset with one another that causes a bad session and causes burnout. The only real times where it's been a bad session is when the DM is actively making it a morose experience, a not fun experience, because they don't want to approach us and talk to us about something that is going on with the game. Like, as a DM with D&D, that's why I like to have post-session powwows with my players and go, hey, what worked, what didn't work, and what would you like to see, or what do you think will be better with time if I keep focusing on that aspect. That's how I DM, is I ask for the feedback and I ask for, you know, what works, especially because I write all of the campaigns that I DM for. I write the worlds, I write the stories, all that. Because instead of it being, you know, a pre-made session where the players can derail and I have to, you know, immediately improv on the spot. Okay, Strahd von what's-his-face from Barovia shows up, and he's just like, hey guys, can I borrow 5 gold? Because someone somehow managed to invoke Strahd, which is, you know, an outrageous example. It hasn't actually happened in a game, but that's the sort of thing that I've had nearly happen when I was a player. Like, one of the worst things I think we had happen in D&D one time is someone with meta knowledge decided to invoke Hastur, the Yellow Prince from Eldritch Mythos, by saying his name 3 times. Because that is apparently the summoning method. And the DM's like, are you fucking serious, man? So yeah, there was also kind of a bad session I had where it was 2016. It was right as I was going into college, and I was with some high school friends playing a modified JoJo's Bizarre Adventure style D&D campaign where, like, we were all stand users. Oh, the Tomb of Annihilation one. Oh, okay. I saw Puffin Forrest's video on that. If you activate the monument in Tomb of Annihilation, you have no one to blame but yourself, considering you have to do so much to actually get it to go. To where it has to be deliberate, it has to be intentional, and it has to be, like, nearly, if not, a group effort. There is no accidental with the Tomb of Annihilation monument. There is deliberate, I want to cause mischief. And watching XP to level 3's video on it, I know that Tomb of Annihilation is a remake of Tomb of Horrors from, like, the old Gygaxian eras of D&D. And I know that he made that, like, whole tomb as a big middle finger to his players. But even with the remake toning things down, it doesn't fix everything. Oh, I got shotgunned. I think one of the most we had to have been poking the sleeping bear moments in D&D was and it was actually one of my least favorite D&D moments that I had, is so we were doing a one-off for a friend of mine, Anthony's birthday. And so we were at, it was either his house or my friend Nick's house, and we were doing the one-off, and we had another friend of ours from high school named Taylor there. Now, Taylor was always kind of the quiet dude who had the anime profile picture, so, like, everyone kind of knew that he had some, like, weird taste, but I kid you not. Anthony gave us, like, the directions on making characters for this one-off, and Taylor rolls up to the table, and he's playing a Skinwalker Alchemist. I think this was either 13th Age, Pathfinder, or I want to say, like, Modified Homebrew 5th Edition? Not sure. Don't remember. But what happened is Taylor rolls up, he shows us his character sheet, and the character's name was... I'm like trying to sugarcoat this the most I can. He made a character who had, I think it was either Heinrich Himmler's name or Erwin Rommel's backwards. And he rolls up to the table thinking he's cheeky. And we all just kind of immediately all look at each other, our eyebrows like risen in concern. And the silent conversation at the table is he serious about this? And he was unfortunately serious about that. And then it gets worse. Now I know what you're wondering. How can it get worse? Well, you see, Taylor then decides that he's going to play Chaotic Stupid. And what I mean by this is, at one point, we came across a fox. Oh, that was bad. But we came across a fox caught in a bear trap in the woods. Now, any normal party would go, oh, let's help the fox. Taylor, out of everyone at the table, decided, I don't want to save the fox. I want to kill it and skin it. Now, I know that I shouldn't have been as, like, dying on this hill as I was, especially since it was a one-shot, but I was like, no. Group consensus is we want to save the fox, and Taylor, I kid you not, without missing a beat, leans across the table and says, if you try and save this fox, I will initiate a PvP combat. And he's true to his word. I walk up, I try to finesse the bear trap off of this poor fox, and not only am I dealing with Taylor's Skinwalker Alchemist, who was quite adept with explosives and chemical weapons, but I then get to deal with the ire of a hunter whose kill we are interfering with, and the whole party is trying to restrain Taylor and get his character off of mine, and I go into near death state. So, oh boy. And then it gets worse. I then nearly die if not for the quick work of our druid. And we just never talked about that incident for the rest of the session. Except, no one healed him after that incident. Big shocker, I know. Oh no, wait, how? Okay, bro. It's yours. That guy wasn't kicked because Anthony was the dungeon master because it was his birthday, for one. And Anthony was the kind of guy who, you know, doesn't have a single mean bone in his body. Despite the fact that he's actually serving in the military now and has to be mean and angry sometimes. I've never seen him have to do it, but I don't know how well he does. But yeah, it was a birthday one-shot for our friend Anthony, and Taylor was his friend too, and just coincidentally enough, Taylor never showed up to anything else D&D related that we did from that point forward, so you can kind of gather that he didn't take too kindly to what had happened throughout the night either, with the, you know, suspicious World War II name and the infighting over a simple fox caught in a bear trap. Well, a bad player continues to be mean to the other. It is, but again, I've never seen Anthony have to be mean, so I didn't really hold it against him. Because he just wanted to get some dude bros together and play some Dungeons and Dragons for his birthday. Nothing wrong with that. It's just, you know, poopy butts how, you know... Was that a kill on me? Oh, no it wasn't. Okay. It was just kind of crappy how Taylor abused his trust like that for the one-off. There was another one-off I did, and this was, I get that one-offs aren't always meant to be won, but can actually be, like, set up into, like, a full campaign. Like, I've had that be the case before, like this one time. But another thing that I've always thought about with one-offs is the, like, impossible to win state is kind of lame to me, especially if, like, you're putting time and effort into characters, because, like, there was one time where, and this was another birthday one, by the way, different people though, my buddy Caleb and my buddy Logan and my buddy Tina were like, yo, Sean, we're doing a birthday one-off at Caleb's place for his birthday, and, oh, thanks YouTube for pausing the playlist for me. You in? And I said, sure, I got nothing going on that day. Time that I should show up, and so I go there. And we're doing the birthday one-off for Caleb, and he's DMing, of course, because it's almost like tradition, I think, to have the person who's organizing it for their birthday also be the DM. But the one thing that he told me is to roll a character that was level 20, and mind you, by this point I had never played a level 20 character, so I was like clapping my hands together going, oh boy, overpowered time! Get to use 9th level spells, all that good stuff. And it was a fun time until we got to the final encounter of the one-off, which was an unwinnable fight. Like, we were putting in our all, we were doing all of this, yada yada yada. And then, if you're gonna do a campaign with a twist where one of the players is involved, you gotta coordinate with them. Because what happened is that Caleb had a traitor planted among the group who was working for the big bad evil guy. And I kid you not, TPK happens, the DM announces it, and that was also kind of the end of the party because it was like 10 PM at this point, I think. And the person who was the traitor, only after the party is wiped, no chance of revival, nothing, does she reveal her hand as traitor and announce that she attacked one of us as we're dead. She was on her phone like nearly the entire campaign session of this one-off, not paying attention until the very ass end, wherein she decides to reveal that she was the traitor all along, you fools! As nothing was accomplished by her revealing that she was the traitor. And I just kind of staring there, just standing and staring, looking like, that was your reveal. That was the time that you saw it appropriate to, you know... Well, if she wasn't doing anything, that's effectively a traitor's act. Yeah, you're right. It was. It still just was, you know, poorly planned and poorly executed, both in turn, by her being on the phone. And then the campaign that one-off was segueing into never got past session 1 because we only played when Logan was sick from that D&D group. So we got through one session, which was an interesting session because it was me, Tino, and Caleb, but Caleb at the time had his wisdom teeth removed, so he was loopy on painkillers. And he was also self-medicating with a little bit of, you know, the funny lettuce. And he was just... It was interesting to play with a guy who got his wisdom teeth yanked out and is on, you know, painkillers and on funny lettuce. Especially when, there was mind control tactics involved in the combat with the enemy we were fighting in that one session, and the DM's like, this person is controlled, and Caleb would stop and be like, wait, what's going on again? I'm sorry. And so just nearly every 5 minutes of the session was just recounting the previous 5 minutes for Caleb. It was very interesting, and it was also very tedious, but the one thing that I liked about it is Tino had kind of a unique item system for this campaign, where we had our choice of a few items based on what classes we'd picked, and over time, almost in a League of Legends style, I would say, those items could be upgraded to do different things with different abilities and all of that, and different properties, which was a fairly interesting concept, and I like how Tino did that. It's just kind of a shame that we only got to do it for one session because Logan was never sick again after that, for one. Caleb never wanted to do that session again, or that campaign rather. And soon after that, the group split because during another JoJo D&D session, Tino decided out of the blue to attack my character because he had things going on in his life, and that kind of bled into D&D and his mood. And the most awkward part is I was Tino's ride back to his house because he didn't have a car and he didn't have his license yet. So he decides to go hostile and attack me out of nowhere. And I nearly beat him in the D&D PvP. And he kind of throws the white flag and goes, truce, truce, it was just a prank, bro, it was just a prank. and I was skeptical, and that was a fun lift back to his house where he was just kind of sulking silently in the back seat as I had Gorillas playing the entire time. And few years went by and we didn't really talk about that. None of us hung out. We all kind of decided it was good to call it on D&D and hanging out together then and there. And I actually, funny enough, I had to take the bus to get home for college before C19 hit. And I would have to go to the downtown bus plaza. And as I did, one time I ran into Tino, and he became like a whole different person. Not in a bad way, actually, in a good way. Where, cool, dude, very cool. That was very cool of that dude. Anyways, what was I gonna say? And so Tino changed. He went from like long, like curly, like blood red hair to fucking crew cut, basically. And he actually cleaned up quite a bit and got out of his parents' house. And he, artifact of the day, you can't spell nutrition without no. It's true, but did you have to say it? Oh no, oh no, oh no. Man. Anyways, I met Tino a couple years later on my commute home from college, and he cleaned up quite a bit, and he was in a way better living situation and headspace, and he actually apologized to me for being an asshat during that D&D session, and we kind of just shot the shit for a little bit and learned that he moved out of his parents' house and crashed at Caleb's place for about a year, and they had bed bugs, and Caleb just kind of did nothing about it and just let the situation get worse and worse. And that's how we learned that Caleb wasn't necessarily the best person to be, you know, sharing a house with. Which is unfortunate, but it's good that he got out of that situation and managed to get into a better situation. Yeah, according to Tino, all that Caleb would do is hang around the house, work at McDonald's, and do the funny lettuce. And that's like half of what his paycheck would go to, is the funny lettuce. So they were like living a pretty slum life. Gotcha! Hello, yes, I am here for flag, and I die. So yeah, that's... But it was nice to catch up with Tino, and the funny thing is, no one has heard from Caleb in a long, long time. Like, he dipped off the face of the earth, kind of. Same with Logan. And I actually think I still have Logan as a friend on Steam. I just never see him online. Also, I think we don't have anyone guarding our flag. I'm gonna go ahead and take the initiative here. Because I have a gut feeling that we're gonna get some people visiting the base real soon. No, 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 no. Let me go back down. But yeah, so it was kind of nice to see Tino after a couple years, and he like actively remembered the time that he did wrong by me in D&D, and he apologized for it, and it was cool to kind of just BS with him on that bus ride. Because see, it's one thing to have a bad session of D&D and just kind of leave it at that. But it's nice to, if you have a bad session of D&D, or, you know, the group splits or something, just apologize for it. It's not... I say this with extreme hindsight bias, but it's not difficult to just say you're sorry for, you know, being the aggressor in a fantasy tabletop situation of something like that. Also, Guilty Gear music. Love Guilty Gear music. Maybe I'll do some workouts tomorrow to Guilty Gear music. That sounds good. Our flag? Nope, our flag is secure. I do not trust. I'm waiting for someone to sneak in and be like, the flag is ours! 'Tis unguarded! Also, something that I've been thinking about with streaming is I don't know if I want to keep streaming Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne because, one, I'm inexperienced with the game, so a lot of the run is blind, and two, a lot of it is grinding because, you know, it's a JRPG, so if I do keep streaming it, I might do a poll and see if people want me to. I don't have a good enough camera setup for that, Protege. That's the main issue with that, and I don't like have a good enough workout space or regiment to, you know, make something like that viable. Like, right now, the weight bench that we got, because gyms are closed, which they're reopening, and I'm not taking my chances with that. I've already had a C-19 scare for this pandemic. I'm not gonna, you know, spin that wheel again. Oh my god, I almost team killed. Damn it. But right now, like, to verbally illustrate the setup that we've got right now for workouts, we have a weight bench set up in the basement TV area, and that's the long and short of it. Is like the most weight we have are two 20-pound dumbbell. What are you doing, mate? I'm just gonna ghost ride. No. Have a grenade. I feel slightly like a dick because I just, like, dead tossed him a grenade that could have team killed him. With 10 to 50 pound dumbbells downstairs. Yeah, no, like, the thing is, we tried looking in, like, online and all of that, because, like, all the sporting stores here are kinda closing. Like, plus my parents have been, like, when they go out shopping, they, like, make detours to sports stores and stuff like that and look for them, and, like, all of them are bought, and it's kind of annoying because 20 pounds ain't like doing a whole lot. Like, I do need to like start using them more. Bonk.
Flag drop. Flag reset.
Got him. Okay. Back to base. But yeah, so I just, in the attempts to like gain serious muscle mass, I don't know how well 20 pounders are gonna cut it for too long anyway. Also, I noticed that Fall Guys, I think, got some new costumes the other day. Like my buddy Obi, who I like accidentally convinced into getting Fall Guys. Like, he kept seeing me play and he's like, is the game good? And I'm just like, yeah, it's good. He bought it and he's been getting quite addicted to it too. And apparently they had some new costumes drop for Fall Guys the other day. Yeah, that's the thing is, like, I am not humble bragging with this, but the 20s were, like, easy enough for me to do to where I could do sets of 100 with them and not be too T-Rex armed the next day. That was, like, a couple weeks ago, like, to benchmark how long it's been since I've used those weights. Vinny had released part 1 of his Paper Mario Origami King streams, and I just lifted to that. Muscle masses for chumps, you want muscle toenails. Can't I have both? Like, none of this one or the other shit. Wow, I'm dead. Ugh. Pop all my finger joints in my hands. Also, the Guilty Gear music is great for playing Halo, I'm realizing. We can have both, remember size takes a lot of eating to make. Yeah, that's the thing that I've thought about, especially, you know, with it being, you know, C19. That's what I'm gonna call it, since I've been uploading these VODs to YouTube, and for whatever reason YouTube gets in a twist if you say the, like, actual terms that we have for the virus that's going around right now. So people are kind of having to tiptoe around, you know, just saying the words. Unless they want to, you know, get demonetized. Which is a shame, because I feel like part of the only reason why they've demonetized people saying it is because their system and algorithm picks up if anyone talks about, you know, C19 and is like, oh, hey, click here to get more information about this, and people apparently were misinforming and using the words, so YouTube had to kind of strictly police its usage.
30 seconds
which is also a shame because I think that's part of why Vinesauce was like temporarily unable to upload, because he was doing Vinesauce's Hope with Variety's Hope. YouTube would flood the page with CVID shit, and they demonetize people for talking about it. What a bunch of ass. Yeah. But basically what happened is Vinny did a stream with Variety's Hope for C19 Relief, and because he said the word in his streams, YouTube's like, hey, copyright strikes. Copyright strike, copyright strike, copyright strike. You can't say it, even though you're, you know, raising money for the relief of those affected by it. For the relief of the doctors who are, you know, working to stop the spread of it and get the equipment they need for the tests and for the treatment, all of that. But how dare you say it? And that's a lot of my issue with YouTube, is the fact that they handle it so poorly and put the responsibilities on the user and on the individual to, you know, not say it, even if it's relevant to them and relevant to what's going on right now, which to everyone on the planet, it is. You name me one person who, in some way, has not been affected by what's going on in the world right now, and I will eat my hat. Except for the enamel pin, because I really like this pin. But yeah, that's... It's almost the same as what happened with, I forget what the name of it was, but it was the whole act where content creators couldn't upload content if it was, you know, deemed for kids by YouTube's piss poor algorithm, because it was, you know, finable via, what was it? It was either $4,200 something or $42,000. Either way, the fine was ridiculous, and it became the responsibility of the individual to create content to the specifications that YouTube decided, and YouTube would also automatically fucking look for those qualities, and if it got any of them wrong, it can't have gotten them wrong. It is you who is wrong. The system never fails, except for when it does, but shut up, though. That is how it's worked. People in the... Okay. One, I guarantee you that someone has thought, what if I go to that island with C19 and fuck with the natives? I can't say that it's true, but can you get me proof that they aren't being affected by it? Like, funny ha-has aside. Also, I'm gonna change to jetpack. Yeah, but they won't reach the island since they'll be shot by arrows. Yeah, but... I don't know enough about that community to make assumptions and make hypotheses about ways that they could be affected by it. but I have like a gut feeling that in some way they are. Because that's the thing, is people find ways to fuck over those who aren't affected by something. It almost, if not always, happens.
Hill contested.
The only people unaffected by the C-19 are the communities that are extremely aggressive to outsiders, so no one will approach them. Exactly. Because the way that I've described it is the people who have it and like try to give it to others are, one, disgusting. Two, are the people that would like actively hide a zombie bite if that were a scenario that was going on, which, you know, knock on wood, it doesn't happen because, you know, it's 2020. Anything can happen in 2020, I feel. But yeah, so I don't know. I feel like there's just so much. Oh, I accidentally threw a grenade. That was stupid of me. Is there a medkit nearby? No, but my health is back. Wait, which hill's being... Who gonna stop me? I stopped you. Oh, cool. But, yeah, no, like, I've been in close proximity with people who've in some way or another been affected by it. I got a new water bottle that can actually hold ice and it doesn't melt, and it's actually really nice. Because my old water bottle was plastic. Plastic fortune. Look, dude, it was a water bottle that I got from McD. I ain't gonna complain. Well, I'll complain about that, but I ain't gonna complain about, you know, being given a water bottle. Plus, here's the thing. Energy sword. And even if it is plastic, it's reusable. It was one of the Walmart Contigo reusable water bottles. So even though it was plastic and my carbon footprint still had an offset, it wasn't as much of an offset in the long run. It could easily have been worse. Like when I was a kid, I drank like a ton of water. Oh. No, I just feel stupid. But going off of that, when I was a kid, I would drink from Aquafina water bottles all the time. And I would like drink enough in the week to like cover an entire like TV tray sized table from front to back, corner to corner, with water bottles. Ah, damn it, got quick scoped. Like, 2 or 3 generations ago of a cell phone, I had a photo of it one time, but that photo has never survived the, file transfers that I've done with SIM cards to my phone. So like I don't have the proof that I did, but I'm a personality on the internet, take my word for it. People don't lie on the internet. So something I've also been thinking about is I might want to try streaming Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door again, but the issue is that when I had to back up all of my stuff because just Zoom. I always make the mistake of calling it Microsoft Zoom. Anyways, Zoom messed up my PC back when I had it on my desktop for college. And I had a lot of issues with my microphone, yada yada, that whole mess. My ROM of Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door did not survive the backup process, and it corrupted, unfortunately, so I would have to get a new ROM of it, and I don't know, like, I'm inexperienced with that in Dolphin, and I don't know if it would read the same and my save files would be backed up or not. So if that's the case, I may just have to start fresh. Which would be kind of nice, but also at the same time, I don't want to lose the progress that I had made, you know? Dang it. Oh, I only had one grenade. Because, like, I can get another copy of Paper Mario, I just don't know how well that's going to go with it being a different ROM from a different site. And that's something I've also been kind of thinking about, is it's taboo for streamers to talk about, you know, piracy and non-conventional acquisitions of games other than re-releases, original hardware, or, you know, things of similar vein. Like, you can actually get in trouble. Ooh. That was nice. But it's upsetting that, you know, you can get in trouble for saying that you have, you know, pirated, essentially, a ROM copy of a game when the company that made the game isn't re-releasing it in an easily acquired means. And, you know, it's a game that is no longer in circulation, or people really want to play it. Also, Snipe550, thank you for the bits. How you doing, man? Welcome to the stream. How's your evening going? We just got a victory in territories in Halo Reach on the MCC. And I had 4 kills and 19 deaths. Mwah. I am good Halo player. John117 gives me a thumbs up and says, "Done good, kid." Heck yeah, man. Like, it's nice to see Halo back in action. And, I don't know when they're dropping ODST, but I'm excited for that one too. It's like, some friends of mine and I did a co-op of Halo 3's campaign recently, and we just had a wonderful time. We were all just peace. And also, thank you for the follow, Snipe550. Am I saying that right? Snipe550? There's 2 E's. Is it Snippy or Snipey? I don't know. But yeah, three friends of mine and I did a co-op playthrough of Halo 3 recently. And we were just BSing and having a good time, and we had like this running gag of Cortana trying to get us to subscribe to her Patreon via subliminal messaging every time she would make a progress halt. And it was just a good time. It was, however, hell to navigate the flood levels. And we also had... I don't know if this was just me, but I've noticed that co-op campaign of Halo 3 has a lot of connectivity issues. Oh yeah, the flood levels in Halo 3 on co-op, we were just... As soon as it got to a flood level, the entire Discord call would just be... here we go. Especially the one at the end. Oh boy, that was... not fun. Also, someone is driving the elephant, and I feel like being a meanie bobini. Don't play both. Yeah, it's... The flood levels were not fun, and they have not aged well, especially since Halo 3's flamethrower, if you walk forward while you're shooting it, you catch yourself on fire. So we essentially had to play the entire level backwards, just leaving a trail of flames behind us as we went. And it was not a fun way to play the game, that's for sure. Flood levels are the worst. And some things we noticed were different from the original and the Master Chief Collection re-release, like the Warthog run in the end of Halo 3 got made easier by the fact that pillars that would originally slide across the road over time just fall and remain stationary now, which was... If I had to pick a favorite, it would either be Reach because of how customizable it is and just how much you could do with that game and its custom modes, or... shit. That's a tough one, actually. Let me just hide in this elephant and think about it. Oh, that's a toss-up between either 3 or Reach. You're putting me between a rock and a hard place here. Because 3 is just... It's Halo 3. It's the chef's kiss of what people wanted in a Halo game. But Reach had so much customizability. Ah. Man. It's a toss-up between 3 and Reach. I would have to, like, sit down and do, like, a Venn diagram of what I like in both games. Oh no. Oh no. I'm just gonna back up. Hopefully they don't notice me backing up. Ah, I see! So it's death! That's yeah, man. Like, anytime my friends and I are squatting up and doing Halo, it's either 3 or Reach. And don't get me wrong, like, 2 Anniversary is a fun time, but it's also got the issue that it's a modified engine of Halo 4, which is Halo 4. Ugh. I see. run into you. Agreed. Also, that guy had no object permanence. I flew out of his peripheral and he's like, okay, he must be gone, as I'm right behind him with the Banshee. That was great. And, seeing that Halo Infinite got delayed, I think is... Oh no. Oh no! Dang it. Halo Infinite getting delayed, I think, is a good call. Because, I've been talking about this, and one of my buddies who I've done co-op Halo 3 with, he's also formerly a QA tester for some games, and he's talked about how even though what they showed might have been an earlier build, the time that it takes to go from build to build, even for a AAA studio, and especially the Microsoft studios, was worrisome for him, especially with I think Protege, you've mentioned it before, but what was the name of the Brute meme? Craig, I think it was? Or people were like, Thanos Brute. Something like that. People were just talking about how unfinished even some of the enemy models looked, and I agree that even if that was an earlier build, it was kind of indicting of what was going to be released with how short the window between that trailer was and the original release date. So it being delayed till 2021 is a good call on Microsoft's part, I think. Now let's just see if 343 can manage to, not give us a really shitty open world game. Oh. Nah, I forgive him. I spawned right in front of him. I ain't gonna indict him for that. Hey, got him. Dang it. But yeah, so Halo Infinite, I like and dislike what I saw. Like, one of my friends sent me a clip of someone who was live streaming their reaction to the trailer, and I don't give a shit if there's sprinting, especially because, 343 is marketing it as an open world game, and with the larger expanse maps, it's kind of almost a necessity that you need sprint functionality. I mean, Skyrim has it, Breath of the Wild has it, Far Cry has it. Like, sprinting has become a staple in most, if not every, video game, even the games that, when they started as a franchise, didn't have sprinting. Like, we've even seen with, was it fucking Mario Odyssey? That I just detonate my own landmine. Whoops. But even Mario Odyssey, they added, like, extra movement controls and functions so that Mario could traverse the open world space. And also, I see that Spartan laser reticle. Not again. But I don't really mind if Master Chief sprints, if the map is going to be as open and expansive as it is. And I think the grappling hook mechanic that they were also showing off shows potential. Like, the way that they were showing it off, if it has more functionality than just pulling things towards you, then I'll like it, but if it's just the one canned animation of basically ripping off Scorpion from Mortal Kombat, then I can see it becoming, you know, considered less a feature and more of an annoying mechanic. Hey, we won. And I got 2 kills. But I'm excited to see how 343 handles Halo Infinite. Especially because they've brought back some of the old enemy designs, which is good because I remember Halo 4 and 5, they started to change some of the enemy designs. Like the grunts. Oh boy, the grunts in Halo 4 and 5. What happened there was just... It felt so strange the way the grunts looked, especially, you know, given the fact that they always had the gas masks because of the fact that they breathe methane, I think is the canon. But to see them kind of without the oxygen masks and to see their designs of just their physiology kind of changed. I think that's the right word, just physiology, the way they physically looked. That was just jarring, and people were like, hey, 343, we know this is your first foray, but why? And then the weapon designs and weapon variants, I think, was also kind of just not the best. And one thing that, I think it was either Hidden Xperia or Roanoke Gaming kind of talked about a while back was the Pantheons that they introduced in Halo 4 and 5 and how all of their weapons are hit scan. Hit scan weapons are kind of annoying. Because it's essentially they're pointing a remote at you, and if it's pointed at you close enough, pop, you get damaged. Oh, that wasn't on. You there? Gotcha! Only the OG names of the Pantheon actually became a... Let's see, there's the Flood, the Sentience. They became a fourth, ironically, in the fourth game, a fourth faction of enemies to fight, besides the Sentience, the Covenant, and the Flood. And what they were was essentially the Forerunners, best and brightest boys, and they were neon robot dudes with skulls and stuff, and it was like, oh, this is peculiar. Yeah, those guys. And just, they were very poorly received, and I completely understand why, given, you know, the way that it feels to fight them. I threw my own grenade and that got me. GG. But yeah, the Pantheon was kind of one of the worst parts of Halo so far since 343 took over. Ooh, shotgun. Give me that. Ooh. Damn it. Got him, though. Yeah, Reach's customization, and it also kind of fulfills the, idea of your custom Spartan being involved in the main story instead of just being, an assortment of armor and multiplayer where everything's red versus blue. Was a really nice change of pace. And it was also the last Bungie game, that too. But the fact that they managed to, for the final game, not only make a very good prequel, but make a game that your, custom Spartan can be in that doesn't, negatively affect the status quo or change any of the canon of Halo, was just like... That was a 1 in a million thing they pulled off, I think. Oh. That guy saw me. But he's also trying to get me with the Needler. And he got caught by another dude. Who's your favorite Noble team member besides yourself? George. It's nothing compares to, the line that everyone quotes of Reach has been good to me. Ooh. I just feel bad for that guy. I think... Yeah, I think George's death had... It might have been the first, so it kind of tempered us to expect that no one was going to survive the events of Reach, because... I don't know if that picked up on mic. But yeah, George being the first and kind of setting the status quo of expect the members of Noble Team to die. But his was also the most impactful because, you shared that heart-to-heart moment and the understanding of his mortality and that he would die. Also, gotcha! Ah, dang it. Oh wow, one of our teammates is just standing there. But yeah, so I think George's death had, in my opinion, the most impact for the reason of the heart-to-hearts and the camaraderie shown was there more than with some of the other deaths. Oh yeah, Emil's is also... Emil was a true homie. Emil went out swinging, and I think, along with, the classic Mjolnir helmets of Halo armor, Emil's with the skull scratched into it is one of the most iconic, Halo helmets, the custom Ava helmet. Like, talking from kind of an artist perspective is the silhouette rule, where you can identify a character based on, just their silhouette. And Master Chief definitely pulls that off with the classic Mjolnir helmet, but if you have a character of that same build with the Ava helmet, people are gonna go, oh, that's Emil from Halo, or the guy with the skull helmet. Knowing the name or not, he's an easily recognizable character in, Halo. Also, I find it funny that, Cat's death was unceremonious and really just kind of, hey, you want to feel worse? Moment thing of... She was a badass, she had a robot arm, and it's like, sniped. They did her death kind of dirty, if you ask me. Everyone else got, these momentous occasions with their deaths, and, the recollection of themselves afterwards. And cats, they're kind of like, well, shit, she got sniped. Also, speaking of getting sniped, yeah, June didn't die. June survived. But, I don't know. Cat's death did kind of suck. But, what I was saying is, if you've seen Unraveled by Polygon with Brian David Gilbert, the madman actually sat down and read every single Halo novel. And he also dispelled the myth of, I don't know if I can say it on stream, but, you know, the running gag of Master Chief's suit can, you know, keep him happy, if you catch my meaning. And I just thought it was fucking hilarious that he actually addressed the Master Chief suit myth. Cause, like, one of my Halo buddies, Obi, like, was immediately texting me going, dude, the thing about Master Chief's suit is fake! It was... Oh. Oops. Got him. Ooh. Come on. Ah, damn it. Yeah, Carter sacrifice. Dude, just... I'm wondering if Infinite's even gonna be, you know, the bookend to Halo that everyone's making it sound like it is. Ah, damn it. Also, I think, they talked about it a bit in the light novels, but
5 minutes remaining.
someone mentioned that 343 Guilty Spark is technically still alive. Ooh, got him.
Killjoy.
Wait. Ooh. One grenade left, I gotta make it count. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me either, but it is also kind of, dude exploded at the end of Halo 3.
Game over.
Aw, man. It always sucks when you're the kill that loses you the game. Also, yes, I'm still listening to fighting game music. Ooh, Fatal Fury music. You know, if I wasn't absolute garbage at it, I would potentially stream some Third Strike on Fightcade, but I am terribad with fighting games, especially Third Strike, because I main Alex. I'm out of water, so I'm going to be right back while I refill my water bottle so that I can stay hydrated and not get a sore throat. So, in the meantime, I'm gonna pause the stream. Alright, I'm back. Just had to refill my water bottle, stay hydrated. But yeah, Sergeant Johnson's death. Guilty Spark was a bastard. You know, let's do some free-for-all zombies. Yeah, Johnson's death was really just kind of a spit in the eye. Speed demons, some players start off as zombies and seek to devour you. On their fast boys. Oh, am I a zombie? Yep. Oh, I see some boys to go and kill. Oh, yoo-hoo! You got some nummy brains? Not gonna lie, both Keyes and Johnson had piss poor deaths in Halo 3. Keyes just gets spikered in the back, and fucking Johnson just gets last minute betrayed by Spark. The UNSC deaths in Halo 3 were some of the most out of nowhere artificial, ooh, they died, feel bad kind of deaths. Ah, oh, damn it. Almost had him. He's hiding. Ooh, can I go in and open the door for the homies? Gotcha! Opens the gate! Haha! Got him. The only deaths we care about are Noble Team, Johnson, and Keyes. Yeah. Wait, from where? Oh. I didn't see where I got shot from, but there's so many of us that are zombies that they cannot feasibly survive. We are like all converging on them. Gotcha! New zombie. Yes, he landed in the river. That was just a golfing moment. Ooh, Skullgirls music. I saw that Skullgirls is getting a new character added to, I think it's just the mobile version, so blah. But oh, dang it. But it's cool that Skullgirls is still, you know, getting content updates. Also, that smug fucker's just running around honking. Let's get him. Nice. Oh, that mongoose went soaring. Oh, hello there. You've seen me. Ah, oh, damn it. Caspian, come out to play. But I forget, didn't Skullgirls get taken from the original devs, though. I think it did. And then, the team who originally made it formed Lab Zero, and they did Indivisible, which I didn't play. It came out, and I just didn't really have any drive to play it, but the consensus that I heard is that the game is good for the first half, and then it's not. Like, once you unlocked Baozai, the pirate lady in Indivisible, I hear, that's when the game kind of just dips. And it's unfortunate because, you know, Indivisible seemed like such a unique idea and one that showed a lot of promise. So it's a little disheartening to hear that it turned out poorly in the end. And I don't know if they even... I don't know if they patched Indivisible or not. I think they might have a couple times, but just the way that the mechanics worked with the physical versus magical attacks just kind of created this disconnect in combat that led to big numbers doing not big damage because matchups and no real way to fix these matchups. Alright, thank you so much, dude. Have a good night. And thank you for following me and for the bits and all of that. Get some good sleep. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be streaming, though, because I do want to do some other things with my night, and I do need to kind of try and have somewhat of a regular sleep schedule because I had what felt like a bout of insomnia last night and was awake till about 3 a.m. which sucked. See, I'm gonna unlock some stuff while we're looking for games. Ooh, firefight voice, Emil. Ooh, found another game. But also, they switched the human staff well armed, but ammunition is limited. Ooh. But, Monster Hunter World updated today, and they switched out the Safi Jiva raid that was going on for Kolv Taroth, the Dragon of El Dorado. So I'm excited to do Kolv Taroth raids versus the repetitive Safi Jiva raid. Because, like, Safi Jiva's fun to fight and all, but it just takes forever, man. Like, I think that's the worst part about this. Ah, damn it. Was not watching my back. The worst part is how long the Safi raid takes. That, and I think a lot of the people who do the Safi Jiva raids are picky, and if you do not have like an entire plan of action for Safi Jiva, some of them like to be a little bit pompous about it and will actively unlist the quest if someone who's too low of a master rank in their opinion joins the quest. Like, I had it happen to me a couple times, and it was very disheartening. Sir Shui. Now that just makes me think of Batman Beyond and I want to rewatch the movie. You know, that's a Batman that we never, see a whole lot of media around is Batman Beyond. Like, I think they had a limited comic run of Beyond, but that's about it. Boltru. Don't know what that's for, but nice. Can I get his energy sword? Ah, damn it. Oh, hi there. Gotcha. Gotcha again. Ooh, I'm doing good. How many are left? Oh, I don't know. So many people are becoming zombies. I don't like it. Not at all. No! Man. I was close. That's a bummer. Also, there's an infected somewhere. I don't know where, but I saw the red blip on the map. Now I'm just going, oh crap. Gotcha! But I've been having fun doing streams and then uploading the VODs to YouTube when I can get them, uploaded on the right channel, because the first time I did, I had the issue of I didn't verify the VOD account, so that was the first issue. Then I had the issue of even once I got the VOD channel verified, I uploaded to the wrong channel. And the video took hours to render because it was an approximate 2.5 hour stream. So it just became this whole mess of, oh yeah, you got it uploaded and rendered, but on the wrong channel. So I had to unlist and delete the video on the wrong channel. Then I had to upload it and render it, which took more hours on the other channel. Damn. Gambit did not work out as well as I'd hoped it would. So I don't know, it was annoying, but I got it figured out, and oh hi again, McD. Oh hi, McD. But yeah, now that I've got the whole VOD channel thing figured out, and I've made sure that I'm uploading to the correct channel, I think I'll have a much more easier, streamlined time trying to upload YouTube VODs in the future. Because, like, every hiccup and every snare that I can think of... Am I dropping frames? No, it's... OBS isn't telling me that I'm dropping any anyway. Like, I'm not getting an alert saying, yo, frames, you be dropping them. Yeah, I'm not getting any click to open your notifications window. Yeah, no notifications from Streamlabs OBS. How's my PC's temperature doing? It's doing good, so I have no idea what the issue is. But, I was talking about how I got the whole VOD thing figured out, and it's going to be a lot easier and a lot nicer to upload VODs to YouTube. I might just do a little bit of editing here and there to kind of get rid of the breaks that I take to go get water or, you know, use the restroom. That way, you know, the lengthy BRBs aren't forever. I know, it depends on how lengthy they are, I think, actually. Like, there was one that I had where it just took me like a couple minutes, and I don't think that's unforgivable, so I might leave that one in, but like, the starting up, I'm probably gonna nix from the upload. Welcome back, Protege. But yeah, so the VOD uploads are gonna be easier now, and now that I've got the whole channel issue figured out, I know which channel I'm uploading to, it's gonna be a lot easier, I think. Also, something that I'm kind of has me a little excited but also a little anxious is I contacted this rapper who did a song that's like a mix of a polka and a rap almost in its tone, and it was like super catchy. And I only found the guy because, you know, YouTube recommendation algorithms sometimes find you those hidden gems, sometimes they find you dog videos from 8 years ago that are just now getting noticed. You know how it goes. But I contacted him and I'm like, you know, I've noticed a lot of voice roles that are starting to require singing as well because, Has Been Hotel had a bit of singing, and so with Has Been Hotel, you know, being what everyone is trying to reach the quality of right now, which isn't a bad thing necessarily, people are starting to go like, hey, what if we include, yeah, musical theater, which, you know, they only offered like a very basic intro course as part of the major, and with double majoring and it being the 5th year in Zoom, ugh, I kind of want to just get done, get my degree, and get the hell out. No bells and whistles at this point. Like, it is sad that that's become the theater experience, but also theater is having so many problems right now because of, you know, C-19. To where I don't care about college anymore. I used to be the kid who, like, stoutly told people on the fence, like, find what it is you want to do, and then decide if you want to do college right now. Outside looking in, don't do it. Wait till this is blown over. Just get a job, take time, save money, and Okay, McD, the thing is, that's what I have to call it, because with me uploading these VODs onto YouTube, YouTube automatically flags and gives you strikes on videos that call it what it is. So I have to use those names that tiptoe around it so that YouTube doesn't penalize me, because YouTube decided, oh hey, we're gonna make a system where if you say the actual name of it, we're automatically gonna give an infographic at the bottom of your, you know, channel or not channel, your video description going, hey, here's all the stuff that we know about it. But so many videos were of people, surprise, surprise, talking about it, to where YouTube's like, okay, stop talking about it, because we're getting a lot of people who are misinformed. And so instead of, you know, taking the responsibility for adding the infographics and adding that, okay, then I'll call it the plague. I'll call it anything but what it's actually called, because YouTube doesn't like those words. We'll call it cheesy fucking lung death. I honestly don't care what I call it, but YouTube throws such a shit fit about it. Like I was kind of talking about earlier, Vinesauce, they did a collaboration with the stream channel Variety is Hope, which is a fundraiser for, you know, as it says in the name, a variety of things. No, it's not even if it's monetized. It's not about the money. It's about the video getting a strike on my channel, and if I get enough strikes, there goes my channel. And considering, you know, that's one of the most prevalent things going on in the world right now, it's a topic of conversation. So YouTube is really shooting itself in the foot because it doesn't want to, you know, refine its system and refine its algorithm for those videos. It doesn't want to do the work. It wants to put all the work on the people that use YouTube. It's the same as when they had the, yeah, it's giving out strikes for it. Like, the Vinesauce full VOD channel, Full Sauce, got 2 copyright strikes because there were 2 different videos where, Vinny mentioned it because, again, he was doing a fundraiser for relief for the plague. And even then, YouTube's like, you can't say that. Here's a copyright strike, and you can't upload to your channel for 2 weeks. And it was just this big mess, and everyone was pissed, and they tried to appeal the strikes and appeal the temporary ban, but YouTube's like, no, you said it, you can't say it. No exceptions. And it's just really fucking narrow-minded and simplified to the point of being a massive migraine for the people that use it. I mean, silver lining, it was kind of nice to get like 2 weeks worth of Vinesauce VOD uploads in one day when John Full Sauce, the editor in charge of the Full Sauce YouTube channel, got it back. I'm like, wow! 2 whole weeks of Vinesauce VODs! Happy birthday, even though it's not even my birthday. But at the same time, the circumstances behind it are the most aggravating thing. So yeah, that's why I've been using, you know, the tiptoe names and the not exactly calling it what it is, but being in the same ballpark as it. is because if I talk about it with the actual name, I'll get that infographic is almost kind of like a kiss of death, I think, with people who are, you know, in YouTube's opinion, misinforming us about it and saying the wrong things. Like, I've seen so many, like, videos from YouTube. Like, there was one I saw from Roanoke Gaming, a guy who talks about Halo, because I was, you know, playing Halo with Obi, Shin, and Thicaro, and I saw a video of his, and he just, the thumbnail was in big letters, "I have it."
New zombie.
It sounds like bullshit, but remember, it's YouTube. YouTube, where, you know, Spider-Man and Elsa Gate happened. Like, that's... Elsa Gate is still one of the most, like,
Zombie.
baffling things to me. Like...
Infected.
Because I fucking forget what it was. But there was, like, some law that was, you know, passed about, like, protection of information of minors on the internet, right? And YouTube was, you know, using their algorithm to collect data on what videos these minors watched and tailor their likes or tailor their suggestions to those views, which they technically couldn't do. Exactly, that's the thing, is that that's always how it is worded with YouTube, is it's not the responsibility of YouTube, it was the responsibility of the creators. Like, when YouTube announced that change was happening, they released the set of guidelines of a video that was compliant with the new act, or, you know, the act that was already in place that YouTube was just ignoring, apparently. I don't know. It's all kind of foggy and bullshit. But it became the responsibility of the video creator to be within those guidelines, and the guidelines were so controlling and cracked down on video content that Terminal Montage had to make a cartoon that showed all the things that were compliant with the new rules. And he showed, like, how bullshit it was that it was the responsibility of the content creators to follow them and not YouTube. Yeah. It was COPPA. COPPA's what it was. Thank you, Protege. Also, the VOD channel is doing pretty good, I would say. I mean, I posted the VOD I did of Fall Guys, and I had some people in another Discord watching it, and they were kind of having conversations about the introspective into how I am and how I stream and all of that, and Dream Journal and all that. Like, I just remember seeing them commenting on it in the Discord chat, and one of them just posts in all caps, Brian Griffin. And I'm like, oh, they like it. But yeah, COPPA was the thing with COPPA compliant videos, where it couldn't be any bright flashing lights, it couldn't be talk about sports or games. It was just so head in hands infuriating. And then the fact that YouTube worded it so poorly that it sounded like the content creators had the potential to be sued for not being COPPA compliant and be sued for over $4,000, something that, you know, not everyone has lying around. Just everyone was about to jump ship from YouTube because of the fact that they left it on the responsibility of the content creators. Ooh, Creeping Death. What's this one? Alright, boys. Bro, what? What are you doing? You know, let's just kind of camp it off here. Oh. Okay then. We're all just ghost riding.
Zombie.
Our minimap is small. Is that what the creeping death is? Also, I wish... Careful! Don't necessarily, like, sleep when you get home, but, like,
New zombie.
maybe take a power nap before you make scones. I can hide in the box! This is beautiful. Yo! Dude! We hide in the box! We the box boys! We also cannot get out of the box. This is our home now. The box gives, but it also takes. Hell yes, scones. Also, McD, my mom doesn't get any scones. She says they're too dry. So just like run hers, like make her a plate and just run it under the sink. Ooh, yes please, apple crumble. Sounds good. God, now you got me thinking about dessert. Dang it. Bruh, what if we kissed in the Halo 3 green crate? The chocolate cake looked good. Right? Even if it's how to basic. Like, bro, he's been making the actual recipes before he does, you know, as how to basic does. And I'm just like, you can't do this to me. I want these recipes. I want to make these recipes. Sir, do not... Aw, man. We were just hiding in the box.
New zombie. 10 seconds remaining. New zombie.
The Ballad of the Box Boys. Nah, I'm not gonna tell him to say hi to Twitch. Bruh. Bro. Bro. Oh man, I can almost make that jump. Oh, damn it. Wait, what am I doing? I can just jump up here. And now to walk along the pipe. Oh, Danny boy. Oh, shit. Oh my god. Hog stuck, boys. Oh no, oh no. No. I don't want to die. I made a mistake and I fell off.
New zombie.
Now I'm just like super worried that I'm gonna get like surprise attacked.
New zombie. New zombie.
Oh, you can get up over there.
New zombie.
Gonna have to figure this out. No, no, no!
New zombie.
Oh my god, that made me jump so bad. Ugh. Don't like that. Okay. Let's try that again. But without me jumping 3 feet out of my skin.
New zombie. New
God, I'm just shook that I jumped as bad as I did. Ah. Okay. Bro. What are you doing? This is terrible. That was close by. Get on top. Climb aboard. Oh god, with how many new zombies I'm hearing, I'm worried. There's naught but fear and pain. And a gravity hammer. Mainly the gravity hammer. Ugh, sweaty hands. I think though that, you know, it's been about 2.5 hours. I think that's pretty good stream time. Probably gonna call it after this game. No, 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 no. Whew. That.
New zombie. New zombie.
There he goes. And here I go.
Zombie.
Here I go. Here I go. Here I go.
Zombie.
Oh no.
Man standing.
Oh no. Oh. Oh dang it. I was the last one alive. Oh well, had a good run. But yeah, I think that's gonna be a good place to call it for the night. So, with that in mind, let's see. Who do I have that I can send y'all to? Because we gotta share the love. We gotta, you know, spread the positivity and, you know, keep the hype for the night going. You know, I haven't rated Trip in a while. Let's go say hi to Trip B. He's playing some Hell Let Loose. So, let us go and raid Trip. But thank you so much to everybody who came out tonight. Thank you, Brother J. Thank you, McD. And thank you, Snipey550, for the 5 bits and for the follow. And I hope you all have a wonderful night and stay safe out there. Have a good one.